Hello, DIYers. So today we have a call from a resident that said that their oven, the display panel, would just flash and it would only show half of the display. They said that sometimes when they turned on their oven and they shut it off, it would not turn back on for pretty much hours, sometimes days. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in there and diagnose it. Usually when this happens, a good indication that your control panel, your display is bad, is usually if it starts to go out like that. That also controls your oven and your broiler, so that will make sense if that piece needs to be replaced. So yeah, let's go in there and check it out, and we'll see what we can find out. Always wear protective gloves, especially when working on anything that deals with that sharp metal like these stoves. You can cut your hands a lot. So if you look at this stove, you can see that control board, like I said in the beginning. It's kind of, the display is not really working that great. It's only showing half numbers, half time, barely works every once in a while. But anytime when you're working on something, especially an appliance or anything with electricity, always make sure that you unplug the power, either at the outlet or at the breaker box. Get it unplugged and then you can start opening it up. The back of this stove has 6 screws. I would remove every single one of them except for that top middle one. That's the last one you want to remove, just because once you remove that, you can carefully move that back panel off to the side. And once you have that back panel open, you can see there's 4 screws on each corner of this control board. Those are the screws you're going to want to remove. But first, you have a wire harness right here with a little tab on top. You just push that down and the wire harness comes right out. Once that control board is removed, kind of just give it a visual inspection. A lot of the times, bad control boards will have burn marks. If it's got resistors or relays on it, it'll have little burn marks on there to kind of indicate that it did go bad. This control board, suggested retail price is $154.05, and that's subject to change depending on where you get it from. I know you can get these things from Amazon, just a local place that I go to get my appliance parts. The control board comes inside of actually 2 layers of protective bubble wrapping. The thing I like to try to do is when I pull them out, I actually visually inspect them just to make sure that it's working properly and it looks good. No visual damages, no prongs that are bent, anything like that, just to make sure visually it looks good. Then next is this overlay. It's $22.31 suggested retail. Like I said, you can get these probably for a cheaper price too, depending on where you purchase them from. These overlays, it has a protective film on top and then also an adhesive on the bottom. I'm pulling the adhesive off right now. This is what's going to help it get stuck to the front of that control board. The easy way to do it is you can line it up from the sides and basically run it all the way down until it lines up properly, or you can actually use the little middle window and line it up with the display screen on the control board, and you know that you got it centered, and then you can just push it all the way down until it's nice and flat. And then you have the adhesive or the film over the top, protective film. You just want to take that off and you're ready to go to install. Once you get it all back in, you just put the screws back in and plug it back in, push everything back on, button it back up. And one thing that I like to try to do when I replace control boards is I always just set the time for the resident or the homeowner, just because it's another step that they don't have to worry about, and you're testing the unit anyways, so it's just good practice to just get everything set up for them. So once you test it out, you should be able to go down and see that the actual flame is lit, and you know you have a working stove. Well, another successful repair. I know it's always a good feeling when you're able to jump on something and be able to hit a repair by yourself and get that satisfaction of being able to do it yourself. It's always a great feeling to do that. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to try to help everybody out there that's got any questions, any repair needs that they want. I mean, if you have any questions about this repair or any questions in general, you can always put it in the comment below. I'll also put a list of the part numbers for everything that was being displayed down below as well. It was already in the video as well. But yeah, this was a very easy repair. Should only take somebody on average 15 to 20 minutes to take care of it, even with somebody with no knowledge. Just make sure you use all the safety precautions, you know, unplug the power, wear gloves, because the metal pieces on them ovens are very sharp. I know I said it once before, but I just wanted to reiterate on that. So yeah, successful repair. So now we will end here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for any new repair videos that come out.